Hello, my munchkins. How are you? Well, right now I'm going to be doing like a part two from the last video, which was
The calm before the storm.
the calm before the storm. And I wanted to clear up a couple of things in that video that I really want to make clear. One of the things that I really wanted to make clear about that video, which will be called part two, is reparation. I know I say that a lot in my videos when I go on my tangents, and this is what I do believe. I do believe that they give us reparation when we're in a crisis or when they don't know what to do with us. In other words, I remember this happening clear as day back in the 70s. There was black everything, black, and look, I'm for it 100 right on. It's not that. It's just that, but it was for a season. And you could see all the black shows on TV. This a beautiful thing. And it was like black shows, dance shows, everything. It was, and then all of a sudden it was gone. And then we found ourselves as a black people back in a worse place than what we was in the beginning. This time is different. This time this is inclusive of everyone. No one is exempt from reparation. This is my opinion. This is from what I observe and what I'm noticing. It's like they're letting you have leeway of TV, leeway in movies. I mean, don't get me wrong. They do have their prejudice. Yes. I'm not denying that. But, they're making it where you can do just about whatever you want. And it's like that anytime where you have the likes of the Kardashians. The Kardashians that come in and tell you that you can have everything. You can have it if you work hard. The thing that I resent about that is that's a lie. Because not everybody can have what you have. Everybody don't look like you. Everyone don't have the same father or the mother you have. Everyone probably can't afford braces. Everyone's skin isn't white. Everyone doesn't have dark brown long hair. And so for you to say everyone doesn't have a mom or a dad or the finances. Not everyone is able to go to a school where they can meet famous people. So to say that, I just think that that is what I would call an elitist statement. That comes from someone who doesn't know what to say. But I truly believe that was forced. It's just out of nowhere. Who would want the Kardashians to tell us how to work and tell us as long as you love doing what you're doing? It's ludicrous. That's a secret society move. I don't know if that was a sacrifice. I don't know what that was. That just came out of clear blue skies. And when they did it, they all was in unison. They were all like, yes. It was so fake. And it was like when I looked at Kim, I hate to go on about her, but her face is so hard now. She just looked hard. It doesn't even show no expression. She just looked hard. They just all look like mannequins. Just hard. I think Kendall looked a little different. And I like Kylie because they're younger. But the other ones, they look hard. The mother looks good. But the other three, they just look hard. And Khloe is almost unrecognizable. Anyway, but getting back on track. But that's what I wanted to say about reparations, which happened back in the 70s. Also, I want to hit on, too, about the prophets in the Bible. There were prophets in the Bible that was reluctant, that did not want to be prophets. And these prophets was Moses, Elijah, Jonah, Jeremiah, Gideon. And me, when the old crone said she doesn't want to be a prophet, what she was really saying is that she doesn't want to be a prophet because they say as a prophet, a prophet has to bring something new. You can't bring anything old. This is the way that I was told in Christianity. However, I don't agree with that because I feel as though this is new. I feel as though to be able to understand that meditation should be the very part of your existence right now, that's new. That many people don't even know how to meditate. So yes, you may hear things, but to know how to do a thing could be new. So yes, in that sense, everyone that's speaking is bringing something new. So there are new things happening. You know, getting this shot is new. That vaccine was new. You know? And having 3 shots of it and people still suffering from it, that's new. So there's a lot of new things going on. Information being open wide where everybody could just know what they know. But everything is always going to come to a halt. I've seen this before. I didn't see it in the magnitude. My question is now that people have a taste of money and people have a taste of freedom and people have a chance to be able to live out their fantasies, you know, whatever it is, you can be who you want to be. If you're black and you want to be white, you can be white. If you're white and you want to be black, you can be. If you're Asian, if you want to be a teddy bear, if you want to be everything that you want to be, it's like a free-for-all. And so that means everything is like chaotic. Because now, as I said before, as the crone said before, there is a silence in the air. There is a sensitiveness that's going on that you have to be very, very careful to what you say. You know, not only do I believe that we're being watched, I truly believe that everything we're saying is being monitored. And I know that just sounds like some sci-fi. But the one thing that I do know, it's so much going on. And when I think about the Bible, I myself, I'm back and forth with it because there are some things in it that I can say are true, and then there are some things in it that I just think that are just ludicrous. You know? So one of the things about the mark of the beast is getting a shot, a mark of the beast. I don't know these things. But it's certainly to give you pause. Because is it a chip, is it a mark, is it a needle, whatever. But what it is, what it was supposed to do was to do a separation. And it did do that. I mean, there were people that just couldn't go to work because they didn't have that vaccine. And if you didn't have it, you couldn't go and shop. So it did happen. It may not have happened in the magnitude in which we think it should, but it did happen. And so if that happened, then what else is going to happen? And as the old crone said, she says, it's time for everyone to pay attention to what's going on in the atmosphere. The atmosphere is so quiet in a sense where you can't say anything. We're being muzzled. We're being quiet. And one of the things that in death, hearing is the last to go. So it's like all this quietness is in the air. It's like you can't say this. You can't say that. When my daughter and I didn't wear our masks, there was a feeling of, am I offending someone? Is someone going to say something? Even though the mandate is over? We're living in real touchy times and unfair times. So yes, where we as a people are black and brown, all of us, we're living in a time that justice is not always served. And that we see people that get away and, you know, I don't know if they could be able to wheel us back like they did in the 70s. I mean, I saw this similar thing in the 80s. In the 50s. Well, I didn't see it in the 50s. I mean, in the late 60s. I'm sorry about that. I was a tiny little girl. But my point is that there's always been moments. Once upon a time, they just used to pick a person, and like if it was Sidney Poitier, that's who they would do. If it was whoever it was, Diana Curl, whoever. Diana Ross, whoever, they'll have an it. Now they don't do it. They just do a group of people. They just letting it be a free-for-all. And with this social media, you're not really going to get away with much of anything. So yes, there is a change happening, and there's a change in the air. And I suggest that the one thing that you count on is count on yourself. Be aware. Be sensitive. Don't give in to the negativity. And most of all, I think that all of us really need to learn to go inward. This is meditation time. Just in case if something happens on this country and there is nowhere to run, instead of panicking, you need to know how to go within yourself and go to that secret place and meditate and find you. You're not out there, you're scattered. But sometimes you have to learn to go in. It is so important that we learn to meditate. It's important that we have to learn to go in. We're so busy looking on the outside. And as the old crone says, that if this is a spiritual time and that an end is coming, it is definitely the end of an age that is approaching. And therefore, everything now is natural, but now you are to rise up. You have to go in. This is a spiritual warfare. Everything now is spiritual. Please, go within. Learn how to meditate. Learn how to calm yourself in the midst of a storm. Because we have some trying times coming. We're already struggling with food. We're already struggling with gas. Medical bills for people, mortgages. I mean, the banks, they're not telling us everything. I'm just saying, I'm not saying panic. I'm just saying be aware. Chill and be aware. Don't look for anybody to tell you the truth. The truth was in you. Go inside of yourself. Don't look for me or anybody. If what I say resonate with you, then take it. I hope I reach 1 billion people. All I can say is, this is the message of the old crone. This is her message to you. And no, she is not a prophet, but she is a seer. She is a sensitive. And the thing that she really wants you to know is learn to go within yourself. Learn to meditate. Learn to find a quiet place within you. Because if you can do that, every answer you ever wanted to know, everything you ever wanted to know, if you want to know what your future is going to be, if you want to know what you're going to have in life, learn to go inside yourself. The answers are within you. Learn you. Know you. And be able to stand up for you. That is what I think the old crone wanted to say.
And that way, in order, if you're able to know who you are, you won't be like these celebrities out here like Royce Reed telling your business to the society and public for them to judge you.
Yeah, that is sad. You do. You have like a lot of celebrities coming on the air, sharing their business. And I heard a blogger say, I don't know who it was, but I heard a blogger say that why would you go on the air and do it for free when you could pay and give the information? And then I would begin to think to myself, that makes sense, but if they on a blog, then they would just have their own people following them, and that would be a way for them to make money, I suppose. Nevertheless, let me see, I had this here, and I just really wanted to go over the video, and I really wanted to make some things clear. Of course, if you have any questions, you certainly can ask the old crone. You know, she is willing to answer your questions. I am willing to answer. Right now, I just really wanted to clean that up. Not clean it up, I just wanted to expand on it and make it clear. And again, there were many reluctant prophets in the Bible that did not want to go. I mean, the Bible tells you a story about Jonah, Elijah, who did not want to deal with Jezebel. Gideon. Oh yes, Jeremiah. He used to have fits because he didn't want to do it. His prophecy would seize him in ways he was very uncomfortable with. He would demonstrate what Yahweh would want to say. So I will never apologize for the old crone and the way that she receives the Spirit, because that is a spirit that sees her. That is true and it's real. And anybody that know her will testify to you that that is real. That is what I want to say. Thank you for listening. I hope I made things clear. Let me go over my notes again. Spiritual change in the atmosphere. Be aware, be alert. This is a time for celebratory time. This is a time for you to have fun, and spring is coming, and yes, it is time for that. But always be aware. Just be aware. Be woke. I thank you, my munchkin. Talk to you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, don't forget to subscribe. The Crone's Treasure Chest. Thank you so much. Mwah. Ciao.